Back for another night of Jersey Pro Hockey League as we welcome you to the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House at the Prudential Center. Michael Cerroti with you live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Back to the club division tonight for 2 games. Breakout Sports Broadcasting and College Hockey Buzz are up first before we get a second game between Homegrown Hockey and Mr. Lemon Stick Wax. Should be 2 fun games as some extra skaters come out onto the ice late for College Hockey Buzz. Breakout Sports Broadcasting at 2-2, number 5 in the club division. College Hockey Buzz sitting at 1-3, number 7 out of 8 teams. Breakout Sports Broadcasting coming off a 15-4 loss against the Gaudreau Foundation. That was a tough one that brought their goal differential to -14 through 4 games. But aside from that one, not bad. 2-2, sitting at number 5. Their first year in the Jersey Pro League. On the other side, College Hockey Buzz, number 1 in the standings a season ago with a 5-1 record. Just about set to go in the first of 2 in the club division tonight. More games tomorrow, a busy week in the JPL here in Newark. 2 incredible Pro Division games last night. And now we get back to the club division. We saw 1 great game, 1 blowout on Monday to get week number 4 started. 4 straight days of JPL hockey here at the Prudential Center, and happy to bring you coverage of every single JPL game all season long. We're ready to go at center ice between CHB and BSB. Puck drops. We're underway as Breakout Sports Broadcasting starts with a puck. They take it back to their defensive zone on the stick of the captain, assistant captain that is, Trayvon Walker. This will be the first look for College Hockey Buzz of the day. Taken behind the net, Gavin Edmonds now with it for the first time. For BSB in orange, College Hockey Buzz in gold. Across the blue line, LeConte dangles, but he lost the puck. SJ LeConte already with 6 points this season, 4 goals, an NCAA Division III player in his first year at St. Michael's, had 5 goals and 7 assists, and he's been crucial for CHB to start this JPL season. Edmonds gets rid of it, and now a turnover. Helkowski giving chase, but he lost it to Walker. Now in the corner, Kappas back around the net, looking for the centering pass. That one goes wide. Wrap around the boards, back to the point. And now a chance for BSB if they can get there. There will be no icing call. Around the net, looping, looking for the shot. And that goes off of the goaltender, Bo Solomon, starting in net today for College Hockey Buzz. .859 save percentage in the JPL this year. Bo Solomon has spent the last 3 years at Temple. Starting in net on the other side for BSB is Casey Connor. First game last week, .643 save percentage. A tough outing, 15 goals allowed. Colin Helkowski takes it across the blue line. Helkowski with a shot right into the chest of Connor. Casey Connor out of Williston Northampton School in Massachusetts. He made 27 saves last week, but saw 42 shots, and 15 of them found the back of the net. Just 3 players on the bench today for College Hockey Buzz, so a lot of these guys will see a lot of time on the ice. This one stabbed down low. That goes wide of Connor. Trying to wrap it around the boards, but LeConte steps in. And now a fight for it in the corner. BSB able to win it, but only for a moment as Halkowski took it away, and BSB gets it right back to start a rush into the offensive zone. Nice move to get to the goal, but Jacob DeFers couldn't finish. In the middle, Justin Rauch. And now given away. Numbers the other way for College Hockey Buzz. Here they come. Halkowski gets it. Centering pass. Extra feed down low, and College Hockey Buzz strikes first. A 4-on-1 the other way, and College Hockey Buzz converts to take a 1-0 lead. Take another look at this. Puck exits the zone, and immediately all sorts of gold jerseys the other way. And College Hockey Buzz is on the board with 12:14 to play in the first. Gut in the neutral zone. Gut takes it far side, finds Caballero, takes it to the backhand in the corner. John Caballero. There's a shot from Gut. That's saved. Solomon able to get a pad on it, still loose down low. And now taken away by CHB. LeConte loses it, taken back. College Hockey Buzz looking for another one. There's a big save for Connor. Just got a piece of it with the stick. Walking in, shot away from Meehan. Brian Atwell now with it. Atwell flips it down low for Meehan. John Meehan in a battle. Meehan still fighting, and now he loses it to Walker. BSB looking for the rush, taken right back. Kiola spins back. Pass across the ice. Rister stays on the ice, loose in front of the net. Connor able to slide over, still loose, and now BSB gets it out of trouble. That one hung around the crease for quite some time. Caballero gets rid of it, but to the wrong team as Kiola picks off that pass, finds Meehan. John Meehan, backhand stab ahead for LeConte. He now gathers in the corner. S.J. LeConte taken away by Walker, and he takes it behind the net. Trayvon Walker at 30 years old. Across the blue line, Walker centering pass. Frascone with a shot, and that one's saved. Now BSB will have to reset if they can even get the puck. Racing the other way, trying to set up a rush. CHB with a chance in front, and that one's stabbed away by Colin Rice on the back check. Kiola. In front, big shot from Atwell, that goes high. Kane up top. Eddie Kane has it taken away by Rice. Numbers and an offside. Alex Frascone had a great look, but he got a little excited ahead of the blue line before the puck. Zach Gold onto the ice for the first time for CHB. He arrived late, so now 4 skaters on the bench for College Hockey Buzz. Started the game with just 3. This is Zach Gold with it. Just finished his first year with the Rhode Island club hockey team. Surveying Otrando. Down low, Frascone. Pass picked off in the neutral zone. Colin Rice into the corner. 9 minutes to go in the first period. Spinning back. Shot. One-timer. BSB on the board, and we're tied. Alex Frascone puts Breakout Sports Broadcasting on the board. Here's another look at this beauty of a pass And a wide open net on the other side. They'll look to take their first lead of the game as they take it into the zone, and that one goes off of Solomon. CHB the other way. Backhanded pass intercepted by Edmonds. Gavin Edmonds up the ice off a skate. Zach Gold will go to retrieve it, but an icing call. 8:24 to go in the first period. John Meehan back on the ice for College Hockey Buzz. Players from all over the country in the club division, ACHA, AAU, and even some NCAA Division III players featured in this division of the Jersey Pro League. Edward Asante is chasing it down for BSB, but another icing, and we'll go back to the other side to do it again in the faceoff circle. Quick shot off the faceoff, easily taken in by Casey Connor. 27 games for Connor at Williston Northampton last year, .750 save percentage. Again, he struggled in BSB's last game. That was his first of the season. Hasn't seen too many chances yet today. Nice pass to get it to Asante and take it across the blue line. Back to the middle, a shot save on the rebound, loose in the crease. And now it's cleaned up as Asante hit the ice. Gavin Edmonds had a good look at it. Now College Hockey Buzz the other way, and that one is covered up by Casey Connor off the chest. And a full line change coming for BSB. Just over halfway through the opening period in a 1-1 game. College Hockey Buzz scored first. Breakout Sports Broadcasting answered quickly from Alex Frascone. A Trondu with a toe drag and a wrister. Pad saved by Solomon. John Meehan, backhand pass. That was a pretty one to get it to Atwell, but he lost it quickly to Walker. Taken right back. LeConte dangles in. Still in the offensive zone. A low shot from Kane was saved. Staying with it and giving up. Shane Gutt up the ice. Atrondu, wrister, saved by Solomon easily. As he closes up the 5-hole. 6.5 to go in the opening period. Bo Solomon getting set in the crease, putting his glove and pads back on. Picks up the stick. We're ready to go in the faceoff circle. Stabbed in by Kappas, and now to the neutral zone for Eddie Kane. This is LeConte, and an offside. S.J. LeConte has had the puck a lot to start this game. He spent 2 years in the USPHL before off to St. Michael's. 36 goals, 44 assists in those 2 years. LeConte wins this faceoff, takes it into the zone, gives it up, dangling in a shot, stick save by Connor. Kiola keeps it in for a moment, now stabs it back. Kiola giving chase. Now taken by Atwell. LeConte tried to get it, and now it's finally cleaned up for BSB by Walker. Trayvon Walker the other way. Wrist shot goes wide. A lot of power on that one. Picked up by Caballero along the boards. trying to get it up for LeConte. Stepping in was Kappas. And a whistle blows this one dead. 5:42 to go in the first. Seven extra skaters for BSB, just 4 on the bench for CHB. We'll see if that plays a factor late in the game. Picked up by Colin Helkowski. Across for Gold. Helkowski keeps it in the zone. Helkowski now to the far side. EJ Glee. Glee along the boards. Backhanded pass. Gold weaves. Gold still with it. Gold trying to get it to that left-hand forehand, but it's taken away. Now BSB with a 2-on-2 opportunity the other way. A wrist shot saved by Solomon all the way up the ice, and it's taken in by Frascone, who will backtrack to the defensive zone. Frascone broken up. Keep it in by Glee. Rice has it taken away by Kiola in the neutral zone. Quick pass over for Helkowski, and he lost it. Now back down the ice. Zach Gold loses it. Chance for BSB in front, but it's stabbed away. Solomon got his stick in there. Still in front. One-time shot. That's off the mark from Frascone. Frascone staying with it. Frascone back up top for Rauch. Rauch with a wrister. Solomon makes the save on the rebound. Another stop. Now in the corner, Edmonds. Back to the blue line. Rauch, penalty circle, zips it across. And a pass off. Carnamola takes it away. Luca Carnamola walking in. Wrist shot stopped by Connor. Helkowski. Cross crease has that taken away by Edmonds. Casey Connor standing tall in net for BSB. Around the net, off the boards for Rice. Still in front, another stop for Bo Solomon. 164 saves through 4 games for Bo Solomon. Now with 11 to start this one. 3:28 to play in period number 1 in game number 1 of the night. Face-off won back by Lipsy. Rauch will just flip it down low on the deflection. Alex Frascone almost had that one. Back down low, Edmonds. Edmonds around the net. Rauch at the blue line. Sent in, looking for the deflection. Goes wide once again from Frascone. But he's doing a solid job making contact with those pucks on the ice. Rice in front, Frascone, backhand, stopped by Solomon. Loose in the crease, now behind the net. Frascone goes to gather. Frascone taken away for a moment. Still with BSB, offensive zone. Up top, Rauch, he has it taken away. And College Hockey Buzz finally gets it out of there with John Meehan leading the charge. Justin Rauch able to get it on the back check. In front, backhand wide. Another wrister from Atwell and another stop for Connor. Save number 10 for him. 3-on-1 for BSB. Justin Rauch walking in, drop back. Frascone, a wrister, he scores! Alex Frascone makes it 2-1 BSB with 2:08 to play in the first. Take another look at this one. The odd man rush for BSB. Drop back for Frascone and a big wrister to beat Solomon and score and take the lead for BSB. looking for the centering pass, taken away, stays with Gold. Zach Gold looks for the shot. That goes high of the crossbar. LeConte dump for Gold in front, backhand, and Gold scores. Fourth of the season for Zach Gold. How about that for a response? We're tied at 2 apiece with 1:38 to play in the first period. Kept alive in the offensive zone for CHB, and they waste no time getting to the goal. Trondu, a quick wrister, and that one saved by Solomon with the chest. Trondu wins back the offensive zone face-off. Stephen Kappas taken away by LeConte, a near breakaway, but it's broken up by Walker. Kappas off the boards, takes it behind the net. Kappas looking in front. There's the pass and the goal. Edward Asante scores. BSB retakes the lead. It's 3-2. First of the season for Edward Asante. It was taken around the net. Stephen Kappas, patient, looking for the centering pass across the crease for Asante. Edward Asante plays his hockey at Penn State Altoona. 9 goals, 5 assists in his first year there. Don Bosco Prep alum. LeConte weaves down low, centering pass, trying to get it to the forehand, falling to the ice and shooting Carnamola. Couldn't find a good angle. Trondu the other way. Trondu, a shot saved by Solomon with the blocker. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Here comes CHB the other way with Zach Gold. Gold finds LeConte in front, taken away now numbers for BSB. Here comes Walker. Walker, cross crease pass taken away, still with BSB down low. Trondu surveys, pass in front, but Shane Gutt couldn't get a stick on it. Now walking in, Carnamola. Carnamola to the backhand, and it stopped. Or did that find the back of the net? It did. Luca Carnamola scores, and we're tied again with 11 seconds to play in the first. Just sneaks past Casey Connor. We'll get another look at this one. Here it is on the breakaway. Might have gone 5-hole, and we are even as the clock winding down in the opening period, and BSB will let the clock run out. That does it. What an exciting 15 minutes. We went back and forth 3-3 after the first period between College Hockey Buzz and Breakout Sports Broadcasting. An entertaining first 15 minutes of action and a 3-3 game between College Hockey Buzz and Breakout Sports Broadcasting. I'm Michael Cerroti, welcoming you back to Breakout Sports Broadcasting for the Jersey Pro League Club Division at the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House at the Prudential Center. Back and forth a few times to make it 3-3. Luca Carnamola scoring with 11 seconds to play. That's Ryan Burke, number 2 in gold, on the ice for the first time. He just got here, walking to the bench, and immediately on the ice to start period 2. Caballero triggers in front, a shot saved by Solomon. It's still loose, and it's sent out. Shane Gutt had a look, but he couldn't get the angle with the stick. Rauch up top, now wraps around the boards. Taken away by Burke. At the penalty circle, around the boards to the neutral zone, chasing it down Brian Atwell, but he couldn't get there in time, and BSB able to escape. Gutt walking in, feet in front to the backhand. John Caballero retakes the lead for BSB. Nifty dangle in front of the net, and John Caballero makes it a 4-3 lead. Another look at this move. That was Shane Gutt chasing it down, and he couldn't get there. But the goal in front, a nice one for Caballero. Helkowski deep in the corner. Helkowski still fighting, but taken away, wrapped around the board. Zach Gold will be the first one there for CHB. Back to the corner. Minute and a half into period number 2. Atrondu surveys. Now to the near side. Here comes BSB looking to extend the lead. Quick shot, and they score! The first lead of more than one belongs to Breakout Sports Broadcasting. It's 5-3, less than 2 minutes into the second. They've got a pair. Quick wrist shot, able to beat Bo Solomon to the near top post. Breakout Sports Broadcasting coming off a big 11-goal loss. They have looked really good to start this one. LeConte takes it in, and it's stopped by Connor. Nice move from S.J. LeConte, but couldn't finish down low. Face off one back in the defensive zone by Edmonds. Around the boards for Gold. Gold knocked away. This is Walker. Trayvon Walker across the blue line. Walker looks for options around the net. Pass in front. Atrondu was there. Nice defense from College Hockey Buzz as they race the other way with LeConte. Gold looking for the centering pass for LeConte, but couldn't find him as Walker plays it back to the neutral zone and across the blue line for BSB. Drop it back. Wrist shot. Score! Shane Gutt makes it 6-3. Number 4 of the year. .12:21 to go in the second period. 3 goals in the second period already for Breakout Sports Broadcasting as Walker looks for another one. Trayvon Walker weaves through traffic. Walker sends a low wrister Atrondu on the rebound. Now it's Edmonds. Around the net. Atrondu to the backhand. Staying with it on the rebound, and now LeConte finally able to clean it up. LeConte trying to do it himself. S.J. LeConte spin and taken away. Up the boards for Atrondu. Atrondu across. Edmonds. Edmonds loses it behind the net. Still with it now in the corner, and LeConte gathers. Up the ice. 2-on-0. Walking in, pass in front, and a wide open net. College Hockey Buzz gets one back at 6-4. Luca Carnamola with his 5th of the season, 2nd of the game, and it's a 2-goal lead for BSB. Some revenge for Luca Carnamola with 2 goals. He was the captain of BSB last year, and now on the other side of the ice has 2 goals. But BSB with a 2-goal lead still. 17 shots on goal for BSB, 13 for College Hockey Buzz. Eddie Kane gets it up to John Meehan. Nice defense from Asante to poke it away. Eddie Kane stabs at it to keep it with CHB. LeConte off the boards to himself. LeConte to the corner. LeConte being hounded by Rauch. In front, stabbed away. Nice move into the neutral zone by DeForest. John DeForest looking in front. Asante had it on the backhand, but he couldn't get off a shot. DeForest staying with it. Wrister from Rice. Saved by Solomon. Back to the point. Down low. Knocked away. That one hit off of Asante. Pass in front. Taken away by Helkowski. Lost it. DeForest still with it. Trying to find Rice. Not on the same page. 5 minutes gone by in the second period. Weave around the net. Atwell trying to get it off the boards. Rice is there. Now Atwell finally escapes. Atwell slams on the brakes. Finds Helkowski. Helkowski deflected. Now Gold. Gold pass in front. Ryan Kaiola couldn't get a stick on it. John Meehan behind the net. Meehan trying to backhand it. Now wrapped around the boards. Zach Gold back to the point. Loose in front. Atwell gives it away. The other way, it's Gutt. Now back to the neutral zone. Caballero already has 1 goal today. Knocked away. Nice move from Rauch. Rauch walking into the forehand on the rebound. It went wide. A couple chances for Justin Rauch. Couldn't finish. Helkowski takes it around the net. Helkowski drop off for Gold. Gold to the far side. Back to the point. Kaiola. Kaiola. Big wrister. And now Gutt cleans it up for BSB. Gutt off the board. Zach Gold will win the race there. Gold off the boards. Here comes Gold across the blue line. Gold loses it. Glee is there to clean it up. EJ Glee giving chase. But BSB still with control as they look to start a rush up the ice for Gutt. But that's too far out of reach and an icing. 8:15 to go in the second period. A 6-4 lead for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. The number 5 team in the league at 2-2. College Hockey Buzz at 1-3 sits at number 7 out of 8 teams in the club division. Casey Connor knocks that away on the back of the net and now flipped off the boards. Looking for Walker, take it away only for a moment, and now Frascone able to clean it up. 3-on-3 the other way for Alex Frascone. Give off for Edmonds down low. Edmonds in the corner. Walker, he was open, couldn't control that pass. Walker keeps it in the offensive zone. Walker surveys down to his knees, a delayed penalty. And CHB looked like they gave up a little bit. It'll be a penalty shot once CHB touches the puck, and now they do. Breakout Sports Broadcasting with a chance halfway through the second period to extend the lead to 3 with a penalty shot. Nobody sent to the penalty box in the Jersey Pro League. Straight to the penalty shot. It'll be Trayvon Walker looking for his 3rd goal of the season. Bo Solomon in net. Trayvon Walker walking in on the penalty shot. Walker to the backhand, and it's stopped by Solomon. Big slide over and pad save for Bo Solomon to keep the lead at 2. Take another look at this one. Trayvon Walker patient on the penalty shot. You'll see him go back and forth in front of the net. And he went to the backhand, and Bo Solomon read it like a book. CHB the other way with Ryan Burke. Numbers. Burke across. Carnamola, saved by Connor. Carnamola already with 2 goals today, but Casey Connor shuts that one down. In front, one-timer, score! Michael Atrandu makes it 7-4. 3rd of the season for Michael Atrandu. Breakout Sports Broadcasting. What an answer from last week's 11-goal loss. They lead by 3. Hearing some oh my gods on the BSB bench. Impressed by that one from Michael Atrandu, the captain. Atrandu has spent 2 years with Penn State, ACHA D2 team. He had 0 points his first year and then 10 points in his second. Another chance for BSB. Solomon is able to knock it away, but a whistle here. And the net came loose. 6:40 to play in the second period. Homegrown Hockey and Mr. Lemon Stickwax in game number 2. Puck drop around 8:45. Asante has it poked away. Zach Gold across the blue line and an offside. Face off one back for Rauch. Popped in the air. Taken in by Meehan, and then he loses it. 3-on-3 the other way. Asante backtracks. Asante whips it down low. Now to the blue line for Rauch. Loose in front and cleaned up by Solomon for a moment. Still loose in the crease. And now CHB escapes. That one hung around for a while. LeConte trying to win it back. Instead, it's the other way. Rauch keeping it on the backhand. Solomon pokes it free. In the corner, Rice. Pass across, quick shot. Solomon makes the save. Shane Gutt hugging the post. Solomon able to make the stop once again. 18 saves for Bo Solomon, but 7 goals allowed. 3-goal lead for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Zach Gold into the offensive zone. Waits for options. Pass in front. Brian Atwell couldn't control. Helkowski takes it in the neutral zone as BSB makes a change. Burke up the ice for LeConte. Here comes CHB. Shot saved by Connor. That was a fiery wrist shot from Helkowski, but Casey Connor closes up and makes the save. Trayvon Walker comes back on the ice for BSB. Wrap around the boards, nobody there. Carnamola taken away by Gutt. Kane plays it back into the offensive zone, but CHB has to reset, so BSB gets a free possession. Here they come up the ice. Ricky Lipsy. Lipsy, wrap around for Gutt. Pass in front on the backhand, stopped by Solomon. 4:22 to play in the second. 7-4 lead for BSB. Ricky Lipsy on the offensive zone face-off for BSB, but he loses it back for Ryan Burke, who wraps around the boards. That pops high. Walker stops it. Caballero, but a whistle. Back to center ice for this draw with 4:16 remaining in the second. Falling to the ice, Eddie Kane. Luckily, he came down right on top of the puck. Here comes CHB. Carnamola lost it. Kane also loses it. And here comes a breakaway for Shane Gutt. Gutt walking in. Net comes loose, and it went wide. Shane Gutt already with one today. Couldn't get another. Lipsy for Gutt in the middle. Knocked away. Carnamola giving chase, but Walker is able to win it. Walker around the net. Carnamola loses his stick as CHB retakes the puck with LeConte, but he quickly loses it in the corner to Caballero. Walker across the blue line. Walker weaving, knocked away, and Burke cleans it up. Ryan Burke into the neutral zone. 3-on-2. Wrist shot saved. Casey Connor with another stop. Off the draw, a quick shot from Gold. Knocked off the pad of Connor. And now BSB retakes control. Here comes Frascone on the breakaway. Frascone between the legs, saved by Solomon. Would have been a highlight reel play for Alex Frascone, but he couldn't finish. Behind the net with college hockey buzz on the stick of Zach Gold, but he loses it. Frascone trying to find the wrister. He fans on it. Frascone staying with it. Trying to find Rauch at the blue line. And that one sent way out of reach. So Rauch backtracks and takes it in the defensive zone. quickly get it up the ice. Frascone. Frascone this time to the backhand. Solomon turns it aside. 22 saves now for Bo Solomon. Wrap around the boards for Gold. Gold finds Atwell. Atwell to Meehan. Meehan to the backhand. Meehan, a shot and a glove save by Connor. Offensive zone face-off for S.J. LeConte as College Hockey Buzz tries to cut into the 3-goal deficit. Here's a wrister. That goes wide from Kiola. Kept in the zone by Atwell. Meehan, shot high. Kiola takes it in. Backhand pass for Meehan. Not on the same page. 2-on-1 the other way. Frascone, wrist shot stopped by Solomon. Atrondu was there on that 2-on-1. Frascone opting to take the shot. CHB the other way and they score. Zach Gold finds the twine to make it 7-5 with 40 seconds to go in the second period. A chance for BSB, but CHB takes it the other way. Zach Gold snaps it to the back of the net. Rauch sends it down low. 30 seconds to play in the second. Colin Rice. Back up top. DeFares down low. Rice centering pass. Asante couldn't get the stick on it. Back to the blue line. Looking for the deflection in front. Cleaned up. 10 seconds left in the second. Here comes CHB the other way. LeConte down low. Burke looking for the angle and a pad save by Connor. And that will do it for the second period. A 4-2 period for BSB, and they take a 7-5 lead, 15 minutes to play. The third period between Breakout Sports Broadcasting and College Hockey Buzz in the club division of the Jersey Pro League. 15 minutes to play in a 7-5 game. BSB with the lead. It was 3-3 after one, but they exploded for 4 straight goals. College Hockey Buzz got a pair back to make it 7-5. BSB looking for their 3rd win of the season. College Hockey Buzz looking for win number 2 this year. BSB starts the third with the puck, but they quickly give it away. In front, a shot and a stop by Connor. What a great look for EJ Glee to get the period going, but Casey Connor makes save number 16 of the game. Edmonds up the ice, takeaway by Kane. Glee drops it off. Helkowski with a shot off the chest of Connor. Was loose in front for a moment. Now to the neutral zone. And BSB takes it to the offensive side. Rice going to the backhand. What a stop by Solomon. Big pad save to keep it a 2-goal game, and CHB the other way. Helkowski, a pass in front. Back to Helkowski, and he scores! Colin Helkowski makes it a 1-goal game. Bo Solomon makes the save to set up this look. Colin Helkowski with a give and go right back to the net. What a look for college hockey buzz. 3 unanswered to make it a 1-goal game. Shane Gutt walking in. Wrist shot goes wide of the post. Off the boards, kept in by Kappas. Stephen Kappas. Across, Walker. Walker thought about it. He holds. Caballero will also hold on to it. Caballero looking to set up the one-timer across for Kappas, and Bo Solomon jumps on it with 13:44 to play. Line change for CHB as BSB will keep it the same. Meehan and LeConte back on the ice. Up ahead. This is Meehan. Meehan looking for the backhanded pass. He couldn't find it. Wanted Carnamola. LeConte. LeConte looking for the feed. It's knocked away. Slamming on the brakes, Kappas, as he just flings it the other way for Gutt off the boards. But CHB puts an end to that. And an icing called for. 13:04 to go in a 7-6 game. This has been a really fun game. It was 1-1, then it was 2-2, then it was 3-3, then it was 7-3 BSB. But CHB has come storming back to make it a 1-goal game. Face-off initially won by Lipsy, but LeConte takes it away. Here is LeConte in the defensive zone. Takes a long look up the ice. Knocked away by Lipsy. Ricky Lipsy will weave around the net. Zach Gold there, and he pokes it away. Gold looking for LeConte in front. Here comes Caballero. 3-on-2 for BSB. Caballero doing it himself. Caballero to the forehand. Couldn't get off a shot. He stays with it. Caballero. Another attempt saved by Solomon, and Gold takes it in. Zach Gold. LeConte. Take it away. Caballero. A 3-on-0 for BSB. Caballero doing it himself to the backhand, and he scores. Second of the game for John Caballero. It's 8-6 with 12:07 to play. Taken away by Glee at the blue line. Now behind the net. Looking for the feed in front to Gold. Back to the point. Kane. Eddie Kane. Rister sizzles wide. Ryan Burke picks it up. Back down low. Gold. Weaving. Gold gets it back. poked away by Rauch. Frescone, not offside. Frescone calling for it back in the middle, and now it's just sent down low, knocked out of there. Just under 4 minutes gone by in period number 3. Off the boards for Gold. Gold gets it back across the ice. Tic-tac-toe, but College Hockey Buzz couldn't find the shot. Gavin Edmonds the other way. Frascone, wrister, saved by Solomon. Rauch lost it. BSB will have to reset. Rauch across the ice. Frascone dancing with the puck. Wrist shot, glove save. Solomon loose in front, and it was knocked away by LeConte. Colin Rice was there for BSB. Dangerous, but S.J. LeConte smartly pokes it away. Eddie Kane behind the net. LeConte calling for it. Won't get it. Ryan Burke in the corner. Burke. Centering pass, one-timer. Went wide. Good look for Meehan. Solomon calls for an icing. No whistle. LeConte there defensively. Centering pass in front. DeFarias couldn't control it. Meehan across the blue line. Meehan walking in on the back of the netting. Stopped by Connor. 9.5 to play. LeConte wins back the faceoff. Meehan battles to keep the puck, but BSB gets it out of there. Colin Rice. Rice knocked away. Meehan loses it. Trayvon Walker has it poked away. Carnamola offside. Some boos from College Hockey Buzz. Would have been a breakaway attempt for Luca Carnamola, but he stepped offside by a hair, and it remains 8-6, 9-10 to go. Face-off won back by Colin Rice onto the stick of Kappas. Stephen Kappas gets it back. Rice poked away by LeConte. LeConte going 1-on-2. LeConte with a pass across. What a save by Connor! Casey Connor with a big-time stop off the shot of Luca Carnamola. Up the ice for Asante. Looking to extend the lead for BSB. Looking for Rice. Stays in with BSB. On the shot, Kappas. Back up top, Walker. Kappas. Kappas looking for the deflection from Asante. It was poked away. Carnamola coming the other way with LeConte. Carnamola drops back for Meehan. Meehan, wrist shot saved by Connor. Approaching the midway point of period number 3 in an 8-6 game. Casey Connor has made some big saves. He has 20 of them. Face-off one back. Another stop by Connor. Ryan Kiola with an attempt from the point. Gut has it poked away by Kiola. Gut still tracking, but Kiola just gets out of there. Good effort to keep it in, though, by Walker. Fighting for it, Lipsy, and now CHB gets it out. Here they come the other way. Kiola turns, fires. That one went way high. Kept in front, stabbed away. Here comes Walker. Walker. Trayvon Walker looking for the centering pass to Gut. Great defensive effort. And BSB was offside. CHB takes it in and a full line change for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. 6 minutes remaining. Eddie Kane off the bench. Picks it up. And look out. BSB gets caught in a change. Helkowski centering pass. Zach Gold. In the middle, Helkowski. That was deflected. Burke. Down low, net came off, and there's the whistle with 6.5 to go. Still a 2-goal lead. S.J. LeConte back onto the ice. He's been key today, as has Luca Carnamola, who's out there. LeConte with the purple pants, purple helmet. Carnamola has the maroon socks. This is LeConte. LeConte looking for the wrist shot, tipped and high. Burke wraps around the boards for Carnamola. And then it's poked away. And here comes BSB. Atrondu gets it. Atrondu to the backhand, but he couldn't find the shot. Along the boards, chasing it down is Meehan. Meehan poked away. LeConte also has it knocked loose. Toe drag in front. No shot from Frascone. Back to the point. Rauch. Rauch looking for the deflection. Frascone gets it. Frascone weaves. Backhand shot saved by Solomon. Back to the point. Rister. Another stop for Solomon. Carnamola now along the boards. Carnamola with speed. Carnamola stops, surveys, across for Meehan. Meehan behind the net. Backhanded pass. Poked loose. Frascone. Frascone looking for the pass across for Rice, and it was taken away by Eddie Kane. Kane along the boards. Asante steps in. Rice has Frascone. There's the feed. Frascone scores! Alex Frascone with his second, and it's 9-6 BSB. Alex Frascone out of Wake Forest with the AAU team off the feed from Colin Rice, who plays his college hockey at Rutgers. Great connection, and you saw it in the celebration after. Edward Asante wasting no time getting things going again for BSB. Asante around the net. Asante to Rice. Rice. Rice this time shoots and scores! Colin Rice with an assist and now a goal, and it's 10-6 with 4:33 to go. Another look at this one. Colin Rice dangling, taking the shot himself and finding the back of the net. Double digits for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. To think they got 15 goals put up on them last week. This looks like a totally different team. John DeForest, that's a nice move. This time save by Solomon. 28 saves for Bo Solomon. 4 minutes remaining. Sent in, Rice, backhand pass. Jacob DeForest couldn't control. Kappas sends it across. In the middle, gut, down low, Rice, patient. Rice staying with it. Another shot. DeForest had it tipped, and now it's covered up by Solomon. 40th shot on goal for Breakout Sports Broadcasting there. 30th save for Bo Solomon. Bo Solomon averaging 41 saves per game through CHB's first 4 outings. Caballero along the boards. Caballero back to the point. LeConte. He's got Carnamola with him. LeConte. LeConte for Carnamola. Fans on it. Burke staying with it, and a save by Connor. Big second effort from Ryan Burke. Burke graduated 2 years ago from Chatham High School. Had 29 points as a senior. 50 through his last 2 years. LeConte loses the draw in the offensive zone. 3 minutes to play. BSB looking to hang on for win number 3. Lipsy on the forehand, loses it. Caballero was there for a moment. Back to the point along the boards. Gut for Caballero. Caballero trying the Michigan, and he lost the puck in the process. LeConte stopped in his tracks in the neutral zone, has to reset, and it's taken away by Gut. Shane Gut walking in, stopped by Solomon. Carnamola controls, flips ahead, 2:15 remaining. Gut in front, DeForest, backhand, score! It's 11-6 BSB with under 2 minutes to play. Take another look at this one. It's a 5-goal lead for Breakout Sports Broadcasting after the feed in front and score for Jacob DeForest. DeForest, a graduate from Delaware in 2020. 33 goals, 46 assists in 3 years on the ice with Delaware. Here they come again. In front, Frascone gets it back off the skate. 1:25 to play. Flip ahead for Helkowski. Colin Helkowski to the corner. Wrister, score! Zach Gold cuts into the lead. It's 11-7 with 1:14 to play. Zach Gold has been a key piece of CHB all season. 7 points coming in. And there's another one. Walker to the near side for Kappas. Walk in, shot goes high from Frascone. Helkowski flying down the ice. Helkowski taken away by Kappas. Nice step in by Steven Kappas. 45 seconds to play. Knocked back into the O zone for CHB. Only for a moment, though. Now Glee up the ice for Gold. Gold, Helkowski off the skate. Helkowski settles. Burke back to Helkowski. Waits off the post on the rebound. Gold stopped by Connor. What a save by Casey Connor. 20 seconds to play. Slap shot goes wide from Atwell. Up the ice. Breakaway for Alex Frascone. Frascone to the forehand. He scores! Alex Frascone makes it 12-7. And that will do it. The dagger. 3 seconds and they will run off the clock. A 12-7 win for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. What an answer after their 15-4 loss last week. Casey Connor gets the win in net. 28 saves for him. Bo Solomon with the loss. He had 29 saves but let up 12 goals. Breakout Sports Broadcasting takes game 1 of the night. Don't go anywhere. We have another good one coming your way with Homegrown Hockey and Mr. Lemon Stick Wax. We'll see you soon for Puck Drop. Welcome back live to Breakout Sports Broadcasting for Game 2 in the club division of the Jersey Pro League between Homegrown Hockey and Mr. Lemon Stick Wax. I'm Michael Cerroti with you. An incredible first game between BSB and College Hockey Buzz, and should be another fun one between HGH and LSW. Homegrown Hockey has played 3 games. They sit at number 3 in the standings with a 2-1 record. Mr. Lemon Stick Wax not far behind at number 4 with a 2-2 record. Some great uniforms for LSW. Remind me of the throwback Denver Nuggets uniforms, the yellow with some blue undertones. Our producer Colton Reynolds saying that was a good call by me. Homegrown Hockey also with some clean light blue on white. And we'll have some star power all over the ice today. Starting in net for LSW, Jacob King comes in with an .895 save percentage, 162 saves through 4 games. And on the other side for HGH, it's Frankie Smith. Smith just under an .800 save percentage in 2 games, 5.5 goals allowed per game. Mr. Lemon Stick Wax starts with the puck, but they quickly turn it over, and HGH quickly setting up their first rush. Here's a wrist shot and a goal! What a start for Matthew O'Donnell! Homegrown Hockey strikes first just 15 seconds in. Big wrister for Matthew O'Donnell. Here's another look at it. The first rush down the ice for HGH. Smith sticks that one away into the netting on a half-ice slapper from James Stevens. Stevens had 38 points in his 4-year career at Manalapan, one of the top public schools in the state of New Jersey. Now plays his hockey at Marist, where those red pants and red helmet come from. A lot of Marist players on this LSW squad. Here they come again. Kirillichev slams on the brakes. He takes the shot after faking the pass to O'Donnell. Back down low with Kirillichev. He'll skate it out of there. Back to the blue line. Kirillichev zips it across. And now LSW gets it out. 2-on-1 the other way. Wrist shot saved by Smith. Minute and 5 seconds in, and already some big opportunities for both sides. What a start for Matthew O'Donnell to light the lamp for Homegrown Hockey. 15 seconds and a 1-0 lead. Nicholas Viola loses possession. Lastra dances with it off the boards. Taken away by Osher. Griffin O'Shaughnessy, 4 in yellow, with 1 green sock on. That really sticks out. Matthew Barbieri across the blue line. Barbieri up top for Osher at the point. Lastra puts it down low, goes wide. Viola around the net, 2 minutes in. Quick lead for Homegrown Hockey. Mr. Lemon Stick Wax won the JPL title last year. 5-1 in the regular season, finishing at number 2 in the standings, and then going on to win in the playoffs. Takeaway for Austin Teets back into the neutral zone. Zachary Taylor chasing it down behind the net. Osher with a fiery pass for Anthony O'Brien. O'Brien back for Osher. Osher a quick shot. And that'll wrap around the boards full length of the ice. Osher and Teets both head to the bench. This is O'Brien. Shot save. Jacob King just barely getting a piece of it. And now it's Richard Williams the other way. In the air, Chase Gaudioso. O'Brien controls, and another turnover. Stabbed around the boards. And here comes HGH, pass in front. No shot. Back to the point, O'Brien. O'Brien walking in, save by King. First save of the game for Jacob King. O'Brien will take it again, and that one soars into the netting just over 4 minutes in. Matthew O'Donnell was the first to score, and he trots back out onto the ice alongside Roman Kirillichev. Kirillichev, quick wrister and a save by King. Kirillichev's stab across, quick shot, loose in front, and they score. Jacob King sprawling, but he couldn't do anything about it. It's a 2-0 lead for Homegrown Hockey. That was Sean King making it an early 2-goal lead. 4 minutes and 27 seconds gone by. Stevens looking for the wrist shot. Good defense, and it's covered up by Smith. Homegrown Hockey is coming off an 18-1 victory over Hockey House Podcast. That was just pure dominance Monday night. Kirillichev steps in, takes it away. Roman Kirillichev, wrist shot soars wide. O'Donnell keeps it in the zone, and then it's knocked down. O'Donnell still getting his stick in, and now cleared by Timothy Wanvig. And an icing will take it back down the ice. Walking in, shot, saved by Smith. Zachary Taylor letting that one fly. 9:33 to go in the first. So Homegrown Hockey actually sitting at 3-1. My mistake on what I said earlier that they were 2-1. LSW had an extra game, so they have already played 4. Another icing. We'll do it again on the other side. Really an all-around chaotic game in that 18-1 win. Another save for Frankie Smith. Griffin O'Shaughnessy with a shot. The last game for Homegrown Hockey was just a broadcaster's nightmare. Austin Teets, who normally wears number 8, had his own jersey on. There was another number 88 with the last name Teets on the back of the jersey. And then there was a number 8 without a last name. So just a mess for HGH. But on the ice, you really can't draw it up any better. Winning by 17 goals. Most goals we've seen all season by any team in either division. 2 great pro division games last night. And tonight getting back to club division action. There's a takedown and a shot. And standing tall is Smith. Zachary Taylor is shut down. Kirilichev back skating into the zone, and then he gets hit into the wall and loses possession. Williams trying to flip it up the ice, and he does. Opportunity for Nicholas Viola, quickly shut down. Kirilichev slamming on the brakes, sending it down low, poked away. Viola, that's Taylor, excuse me. Poke check the other way, look out. Barbieri with speed. Nice poke check by Wanvig. Lastra in trouble. Gets rid of it. Stoffel along the boards for Teets. Teets trying to get it to Barbieri. Matthew Barbieri, now we know he is the one wearing the 88 Teets jersey. Austin Teets is wearing his regular number 8, but both jerseys say Teets on the back. Frankie Smith controls that one with the glove. Halfway through period number 1. 2-0 lead for Homegrown Hockey. Homegrown Hockey, a team full of players from William Patterson. Osher, Teets, O'Donnell, Barbieri, all coming from William Patterson. LSW controls it in the corner. Pass in front, trying to find Butchek and to take it away. Barbieri loses it quickly, though, to Wanvig. Barbieri, takeaway in the neutral zone. Barbieri across the blue line. Barbieri into the corner. Back to the blue line. Stoffel sends it right into the chest of King. Another save for Jacob King. His 4th. 2-0 lead for HGH. Teets deflected into the netting. 6:51 remaining in the opening period. Another pair of games tomorrow night in the Jersey Pro League as Barbieri wins the face-off and immediately takes it to the crease. This is JT Verdino, the LSW captain, with the puck. Teets making it difficult. Ty Vastola. Now back Williams. Wrap it around the boards. Heading the ice, and here come the chirps from the LSW bench. Josh Kushner getting up from his seat to have a word. Teets controls with the skate. Teets going 1-on-3. Nice defense from Richard Williams. In a battle in the corner, Vastola and Teets. Pass across, King, shot, soars wide. Williams takes it behind the net. Up the boards. O'Brien couldn't stab that one down, and an icing will bring it back in front of Frankie Smith's net. Frankie Smith, the backup goalie at William Patterson. The starter is Kevin Brennan, also a part of Homegrown Hockey. Smith has appeared in 2 games, .796 save percentage. Another icing call. Go back down the ice. Frankie Smith, an alum of Paramus Catholic, had an .886 save percentage in his final year there. On the draw, one back in the defensive zone. Now HGH looks for the rush, but Sean King couldn't control it. Stabbed in by Anthony O'Brien. Back in the neutral zone. O'Brien chasing it down, making it tough on Timothy Wanvig, who hits the ice. And a delayed penalty and a penalty shot coming. Anthony O'Brien taking down Wanvig. Mr. Lemon Stickwax can cut the deficit in half. Timothy Wanvig gets set for the penalty shot. He's got 1 goal so far this JPL season. Walking in on Frankie Smith. Wanvig takes it to the forehand and scores! Timothy Wanvig gets Frankie Smith slipping and sliding. Mr. Lemon Stickwax back within 1. Take another look at this move from Timothy Wanvig. Putting Frankie Smith on a seat. 2-1. HGH holds on to the lead. O'Brien. James Stevens. Stevens with speed. Stevens a shot. Smith just barely gets a piece of it with his shoulder. Now it's King. Sean King. Wrist shot saved by Jacob King. Sean King has been a real impact player over the last few days for HGH. Spent 1 year at SUNY Oswego. That was the 2019-20 season. Went up through the New Jersey youth system, playing for the Bandits, Hitmen, and Colonials, and making his presence felt on the ice in the JPL. Thomas Swartwout controlling, but offside. 4:08 remaining in the first period. 2-1 lead for Homegrown Hockey after the penalty shot goal for Timothy Wanvig, assistant captain for this LSW team. O'Donnell wins the draw, but quickly gives it up to Sean Bruno, who takes it far side. Bruno stops, flips across. Williams. Williams back for Bruno. Bruno behind the net. Centering pass was deflected by Osher. Now Vestola. LSW is buzzing. Josh Kushner saved by Smith, and he covers it up. 3:36 remaining in the first. O'Shaughnessy in the corner. O'Shaughnessy has the green sock on his right side, and Tyvastola has it on the left. Roman Karilichev plays it deep. That was Thomas Swartwout. And now back down the other way. Frankie Smith will stop it. Give it off for Alec Osher. Karilichev trying to kick it forward. O'Donnell. Swartwout. That one was tipped and goes into the netting. Thomas Swartwout had 6 goals through HGH's first 3 games. Another one from William Patterson. Has spent the last 2 years there and has 89 points already. .245 to go in the first period. Face-off won back by Viola. Around the boards for Stoffel. Teets getting in the mix, and then it's cleared for O'Shaughnessy. Off the boards, looking for Taylor, but Jason Lastra intercepts. Lastra with a burst of speed. Lastra over to Teets. Teets, a wrister, deflected and into the netting. .207 to play in the first. Barbieri wins it back. Barbieri couldn't locate the puck. Now he has it in the corner. Back up top. Stoffel sends it deep. Off the pad of King. Barbieri still controlling. Barbieri knocks it out of the air. Barbieri surveys. Looking for Teets, and it's knocked away. Here comes O'Shaughnessy. Poked back. Lastra. Lastra trying to get it to Teets. Nice stick hold from Timothy Wanvig. Now he picks it back up. Barbieri knocks it back. LSW fighting to clear. Still in their defensive zone. Chase Gaudioso goes over to control it. Bodies colliding. What a fight for the puck, and now it's HGH with it, but they'll have to move all the way back behind the net of Frankie Smith. Barbieri. King. Stoffel couldn't get there in time. LSW had a look with Kyle Butchek. Instead, it's Barbieri back toward the net. Barbieri, while falling down, didn't get a good piece of it, and Jacob King dives on it with 34 seconds left in the first period. What an exciting last couple of minutes. 2-1 lead for Homegrown Hockey. Tied up on the draw. Quick wrist shot, deflection, and score! Brennan finds the twine. It's 3-1 HGH. .30 seconds to play in the first period. Off the deflection, Kevin Brennan scores. Lead is back to 2. LSW looking for the answer. Nice stop by Smith. 15 seconds now. Across for Osher. Osher. King is in front looking for the deflection. Osher has it with 2 seconds, and HGH does not get a shot off, and that will do it for the first period. 15 minutes in the books. Homegrown Hockey takes a 3-1 lead into the second. We get set for the second period between Homegrown Hockey and Mr. Lemon Stickwax. A 3-1 lead for HGH after the first 15 minutes. Some friendly words and hugs being exchanged on the ice in that first minute-long intermission. You just absolutely love to see it. Ty Vastola, JT Verdino coming over to hug Frankie Smith, the opposing goalie. Timothy Wanvig has the only goal for LSW on the penalty shot. Other than that, HGH has really controlled the pace of play and the game overall. A lot of time spent in their offensive zone through that first period. Here is Wanvig with the puck. Sean King. King to the backhand. That goes just wide. A floaty shot. Trying to find it down low, just in front of the crease. Up top, Rister hits the boards. And JT Verdino controls for LSW. Only for a moment. O'Brien fighting for it. And now backtrack with Tommy Boyle. Boyle handling. Boyle across the blue line. Boyle looking for the shot. Goes wide. Pops in the air. Kept in. Kirilichev. Save by King. Good look for Kirilichev as he got it to the left side forehand. Stevens ahead for Bruno. Got tied up with Stoffel, and then it's scooped up by O'Donnell. O'Donnell got the scoring started 15 seconds into the game. Here comes Kirilichev. Kirilichev trying to find Swartwout. O'Donnell is there. Nice defensive effort to keep HGH off the board. Verdino trying to work around the D, but he couldn't. This is O'Donnell. Drops it back for Swartwout. Looking back for O'Donnell. Wraps around the net. Kirilichev picks it up loose in front. A whistle, and I believe the net came off. No goal for HGH, but a few good looks in front. A couple rebound opportunities. And it was the net that came loose that caused the whistle. 2:12 into period 2. Wrap it around for Swartwout. Kirilichev. Swartwout off the side of the net. O'Donnell wins the race to it for HGH in the corner. And Bruno goes down, and it'll be a penalty shot with 12:17 to go in the second period. Sean Bruno gets taken to the ice, and we'll look to add another one for LSW. Sean Bruno, saved by Frankie Smith. Smith let in the first penalty shot he saw, but not the second. And Homegrown Hockey holds on to a 2-goal lead. Swartwout off the boards for Kirillichev. Kirillichev, so much speed. Backhand pass in front. Couldn't sneak it through. Stevens up ahead the ice. And a nice job by Stoffel on the back check to stop that threat. Kept in by Stevens. Stevens gets it back. Stevens looks off the iron. In front, Verdino poked away by Smith, and now it's covered up. Some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Whistles blow, tempers flare. All 10 skaters in on the mix. A lot of these players know each other from previous hockey, and now that they're on opposite sides of the ice, some words being exchanged. We did have a couple ejections on Monday night. Would love to avoid that today. Matthew Barbieri gets sent off for Homegrown Hockey. Another ejection. A word between the officiating crew. Didn't see anyone from LSW go to the locker room. But Matthew Barbieri, one of the best players for Homegrown Hockey, gets sent off. You'll see on the top side of your screen Barbieri walking on the outside of the boards. The walk of shame to the locker room for Matthew Barbieri. That's a tough look. So he'll have to pack the bags early. 11:44 to go in the second period. We're not ready to play just yet as the captains, Austin Tietz and JT Verdino. That's actually Ty Vastola for LSW. Both of them talking with the referees. Now we are ready to go. That took a while, but we get back underway. Mr. Lemon Stick Wax wins the faceoff, but they quickly turn it over. And that one covered up by King. So Matthew Barbieri ejected just over 3 minutes into the second period. Swartwout picks it up off the draw. Wrist shot goes wide. Stoffel behind the net. At the point, Lastra. Wanvig racing up the ice. Wanvig turns back to the middle. And Viola couldn't get off a shot. Osher. Alec Osher facing some pressure from Nicholas Viola. Viola across the ice. Shot deflected and stopped by Smith. Now the back of the net. Viola still out there battling for LSW. Pass in front, off the post, still loose. Back up top and they turn it over. Teets chasing it down. Lastra taking it in. Lastra to the crease, and it's shut down by Jacob King. Some confusion on the ice and up here. It looked like he scored. Jason Lastra might have snuck it through somehow. No, there was a penalty. No goal, but a penalty shot for Jason Lastra. Lastra walking in. Saved by King. A lot of confusion down there for the players and for us up here. No goal. There was a penalty in that chaos in the crease, but Jason Lastra cannot convert. Numbers for LSW if they hurry. Puck on the stick of Kyle Butchek. Looking down low for Verdino. Vastola at the point. Vastola, a wrister. Scooped up with the glove by Smith. 9:47 left in the second. Chase Gaudioso onto the ice for the face-off. There's a turnover. Here comes Brennan. Give it up. Wrister. That goes wide around the boards. Verdino across the blue line. Verdino looking in front. That one sticked away. Verdino still with it. The LSW captain. 3 points through 3 games. Butchek able to keep it in, looking for Verdino, taken away by King. Here comes Sean King with Brennan and O'Brien trailing. King loses the puck. Taken away by Ty Vastola. Verdino up the ice for Bruno. Now the other way. King comes out of the net. Pokes it across for Vastola. Verdino neutral zone. Verdino, Kushner. Kushner, a shot, shoulder, saved by Smith. O'Brien. Here comes Anthony O'Brien. O'Brien will take the shot. Kirilichev had a look on the rebound. Back to center ice. Backhanded in deep by Osher. Wanvig in the corner. Couldn't corral. In front, shot. O'Donnell loose in front, and it's cleared out of trouble. Osher comes back to get it. Osher to a wide open Kirilichev. Now it's O'Donnell. Kirilichev just couldn't control that pass off his skate. 4-on-2 the other way. Osher able to poke it out to stop that LSW rush. Halfway through period number 2 from the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House. A lot of contact to stop Tommy Boyle. keeping it on the stick, letting a shot fly. Kushner. Stevens fighting for it in the corner. Stevens comes out of the mix with the puck. Stevens rounding, centering pass, couldn't get a shot off. That was Archinako who had the attempt. One-timer teed up, blocked by Boyle. Ahead for Swartwout. Swartwout finds Kirillichev. Kirillichev couldn't stab the backhander. O'Shaughnessy with speed. O'Shaughnessy loses it. Viola staying with it. Wrapping around, sending it down low. O'Shaughnessy pokes it to the far side for Viola. Back to the point, Vastola. Wrapped around the boards. Kirillichev. Roman Kirillichev moving in. Surveys, centering pass back to Kirillichev. What a stop by King. Big save for Jacob King to hold the score at 3-1. Draw one by Lastra. Quick shot from Tietz, but that was tipped on its way. 6 minutes to go in the second, taken in by Tietz. Tietz behind the net. Back to the point, Stoffel. Stoffel will send it in, and Jacob King able to make the stop. Vastola comes out of the draw up the ice. O'Shaughnessy. Richard Williams loses that battle to Tietz. Give off for Stoffel. Stoffel a shot. Jacob King makes the save. Loose in front. And they score. Homegrown Hockey makes it 4-1 on the rebound. I believe it was Vincent Stoffel who cleaned it up. Here's another look. About 5.5 left in the second period. And it's now a 3-goal lead for HGH. Tietz wins the race. Tietz slows it down and has the puck poked away. O'Shaughnessy loses possession. King along the far boards. Now he loses it. O'Shaughnessy has to backtrack out of the zone. Viola in front for O'Shaughnessy. He tipped it wide. Looking ahead for Brennan. Off the boards. Lastra also there for HGH. Tietz trying to turn and fire. Couldn't get a piece of it. LSW able to clear the zone. Osher for Brennan. Off the boards, controlled by Mr. Lemon Stickwax. Viola taking it to the corner and around the net. Osher there defensively. Hit off the referee's skate. And HGH controls. 4 minutes to go in the second. Kyle Butchek. Butchek wrist shot. That missed everything. Right onto the ice, Richard Williams makes the stop. A whistle. And I think we'll get a penalty shot here. There's too many men on the ice for LSW, and a penalty shot coming for Homegrown Hockey. Jacob King in net. Thomas Swartwout walks in. Swartwout. Net came off, and he did not score. 4-1 remains the score with 3:34 to play in the second period. Swartwout off the draw. Goes wide. Stoffel keeps it in. Stoffel keeps it in again. And then it's taken away. Another turnover in the offensive zone for HGH. Gaudioso. Butchek trying to go around the net. Anthony O'Brien took it for a moment. Butchek gets it back. Butchek turns, puts it down low. Vastola chases and picks it up. Pass in front, Vastola. Brennan along the boards. Up ahead off the skate, Swartwout loses it. Nice job by Sean Bruno to take it right back. Flipped ahead, Verdino chasing it down, but he can't get there in time. 2.5 left in the second, excuse me. Offside call, and both teams will make a change. Lastra and Kushner on the draw. Lastra wins it back for Homegrown Hockey. Stoffel plays it deep. King off the boards. Gaudioso picks it up. Sean Bruno. Wanvig near side. Still just one goal for LSW. That came from Wanvig on the penalty shot. Lastra picks it up. Big slap shot from Lastra, and Jacob King makes the save. 1:37 remaining in the second period. You don't see too many slap shots in the JPL, but that was a big one teed up for Jason Lastra. A lot of quick, snappy hockey in this summer league. Here comes Bruno. Bruno turns back, lost the puck. He was looking for James Stevens. Alec Osher steps in to knock it free. Out of the air, Teets. Karilichev. Karilichev weaving through, and he has it poked away. Teets finds Karilichev from behind the net. Quick wrister snapped in. King stops it. 1 minute to go in the second period. Here comes LSW the other way. Stevens poked free by Boyle. Teets will take the shot. Deflected by Archanako. Teets still has it. Flips it up. O'Donnell, a shot saved by King. Matthew O'Donnell again got the scoring started 15 seconds into the game. Now with 39 seconds left in the second period, score remains 4-1 in favor of HGH. O'Donnell gets set in the face-off circle, and he wins it back to Karilichev. Poked loose, 2-on-2 the other way. O'Shaughnessy in the corner. Picked up by Taylor. 25 seconds. LSW has to reset. Puck on the stick of Richard Williams. O'Shaughnessy for Taylor. He couldn't corral the pass. Kirillichev the other way. Kirillichev has O'Donnell. Kirillichev will shoot. Stopped by King. 10 seconds left in the second period. Boyle keeps it in. O'Donnell fights for it. Kirillichev with it. Kirillichev, a shot goes wide, and that'll do it for the second period. 4-1. 30 minutes down. 15 to go from the Prudential Center. We'll talk to you soon on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. One final period of the night in the club division of the Jersey Pro League here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. I'm Michael Cerrone with you. 15 minutes to play. A 4-1 game. Homegrown Hockey leading Mr. Lemon Stickwax. We have really had it all in this game. Some highlight goals, highlight saves, an ejection, some pushing and shoving, some friendly words, some not so friendly words. But a lot of fun, as always, in the JPL. We flip sides for one final time. LSW in yellow, HGH in white. This is O'Donnell. Kicks it to his stick. O'Donnell wraps around. O'Donnell back to the point. O'Donnell able to get there in time, but then it's taken away by Williams. Numbers for LSW. Richard Williams across the blue line. Williams for O'Shaughnessy. Flips it down low, but Zachary Taylor couldn't get a good piece of contact. And now a lost stick. And a whistle. Is that a delayed penalty? I believe it is. Should be a penalty shot for HGH. A penalty shot coming for Homegrown Hockey. Don't know who this is. No number 26 on the roster. Almost looks like a New York Giants throwback. This could be Saquon Barkley. 4-1 lead for HGH, and it's a save for Jacob King. So what could have been Saquon Barkley unable to find the back of the net, and it remains 4-1 in favor of Homegrown Hockey. We have a number 25 on the roster, a number 27 on the roster, but no 26. But Jacob King makes the stop either way. At the point taken away, O'Shaughnessy. Give for Taylor. Knocked away. Stoffel slaps it around the boards all the way up the ice. That'll be an icing. Safe to say you most likely will not be seeing Saquon Barkley on your score sheet later tonight. Now, that is Giants Saquon Barkley specifically. You got to forget about his time in Philadelphia. So we go back to the faceoff circle in the offensive zone of Mr. Lemon Stickwax. Chase Gaudioso wins it back to Tommy Wanvig. Gaudioso, Stevens wraps it around for Butchek. Kyle Butchek turns, falls to the ice. Stevens now. Back to the point. Sent down low, just wide. Swartwout. Thomas Swartwout back for Kirillichev, and he fanned on the wrister. Stevens able to clean it up and get it off for Wanvig, and an offside. Tommy Wanvig frustrated after that whistle. 13-13 to play. Timothy Wanvig spent 2 seasons at Ryder and then 1 at Ramapo. He had 6 points in that 1 year at Ramapo. Face-off won back by Gaudioso. Another club player at Rhode Island. We've seen a few of them in the JPL club division. Brennan across the blue line. Centering pass, nice save by King. .210 into period number 3. Take this one back to center ice. Some words after the faceoff between Gaudioso and Anthony O'Brien. O'Brien will join William Patterson next year. Spent last season in the EHLP with the New Jersey 87s. Here's Sean King wrapping around the net, taking his time. Back to the point, Brennan unloads a slap shot. Knocked aside by King. Poked loose along the near boards. Sean King enters the offensive zone. King looking for the centering pass for O'Brien. Couldn't sneak it through. Brennan unable to keep it in the zone. Nice move by Alec Osher. Osher going 1-on-4, and he loses the puck. That was Josh Kushner who took it away. Richard Williams now. Williams weaving through. O'Brien pokes it loose. O'Brien wraps around the boards for Kirillichev. Kirillichev to Tietz. O'Donnell. Stoffel, excuse me. On the rebound. They score. Austin Tietz finds the back of the net. Some more words being exchanged. It's 5-1 HGH. The captain, Austin Tietz, cleans up the mess, and it's a 4-goal lead. Kushner dangling. Delayed penalty. And there is the whistle. Here we go again with another penalty shot. Not sure which team this is being awarded to. 11:03 to go in the third period. It'll be for Homegrown Hockey. Mr. Lemon Stickwax having a word with the referees. A lot of chatter from the bench saying that is not a penalty. Now we'll have an ejection on the other side. Couldn't see who it was. Roman Kirillichev with the penalty shot, looking to make it an even larger lead for HGH, but he shoots it wide. So one player from each side has been ejected, and that is Josh Kushner that gets sent off for Mr. Lemon Stickwax. Kushner, a key player, 8 points through 4 games coming into tonight. Lastra able to stay with it for HGH on the doorstep. Back up top for Stoffel now. Stoffel looking for the deflection. Loose for O'Donnell. Lastra also in the area. Now along the near boards. O'Donnell goes to the ice. O'Shaughnessy knocks it down. HGH will have to reset as Lastra sends it deep. Lastra took a hit. That goes into the netting. Clock stops. 10:09 to play. 5-1 lead. The scoreboard here says 6-1, but I believe it is a 4-goal lead. Not sure where that 6th goal came from. Viola wins the draw back to Williams. Skating at the New Jersey Devils logo. Give it up for Vastola. O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy turns. Viola wide. O'Shaughnessy collects. Vastola back to O'Shaughnessy. And now HGH able to clear. Lastra up the ice. Lastra gives it up for O'Donnell. Poked away by Williams. Kept in the zone. O'Shaughnessy takes it away. Griffin O'Shaughnessy. Stepping in, Zachary Taylor. Now Homegrown Hockey gets it back. Lastra. Flip in, nobody home. Zachary Taylor will grab it for LSW. Williams takes it himself, keeps it on the ice. To the corner, Gaudioso. Gaudioso passes it to nobody. Brennan giving chase. Brennan a wrist shot, saved by King, and he goes way out of his net to cover up the puck with 8:39 to play. We'll go with a 5-1 lead for Homegrown Hockey, despite what the scoreboard in the arena says. King turns it over. Gaudioso gives it up to O'Brien. Taken out of the air by Wanvig. And now he loses possession, and Gaudioso will collect for LSW. Off the boards, Brennan. into the corner. Wanvig is there. Ties it up with Brennan. Now Butchek will take it the other way. Butchek weaving with Stevens. Butchek waits. Butchek turning and losing possession. A little too much from Kyle Butchek that time. Osher battling. In deep, Osher. Osher still with it. Pass across. Back down low. Karilichev was there. Taken away. 7 minutes to go in period number 3. Teets fresh off the bench. Over to Karilichev. Roman Karilichev, penalty circle. Shot saved by King. Wanvig sends it up and over the boards. 6:38 remaining. 5-1 game. Homegrown Hockey looking to go to 4-1 on the season. Verdino. O'Donnell turns back for Teets. Tees up a slap shot. That goes wide. Karilichev bats it out of the air. Karilichev getting fancy. This is Teets now with it. O'Donnell, the shot. Save for King. Loose. Still with HGH. There's a bottle popper. Score! So correction to what I said earlier, you may see Saquon Barkley on the score sheet tonight. Inside 6 minutes to play, and that'll make it 6-1 Homegrown Hockey. Karilichev in deep. This is Barkley. It might just be good luck at this point to call him Saquon Barkley, because after I did, he scored. Behind the net, LSW able to control it now with 5.5 remaining. Here comes Richard Williams. Williams dangling his way through, doing it himself. Now loses it. Flipped the other way. And Ty Vastola all alone controls. Verdino back across. Bruno. Verdino. Vastola a shot, and it's cleared out of there. Karilichev the other way. 3-on-2 for HGH. Karilichev. Backhand pass, and nobody home. He wanted Stoffel back to the point, and HGH will have to reset with Osher. Verdino, the captain, slamming on the brakes. Verdino gives it off for Gaudioso, taking it near side. Karilichev just in front of his bench, and he will now hop over the boards and take a seat as Swartwout comes onto the ice. King stops it. 4 minutes to play. Osher Lastra collects. Lastra looking for the feed. Lastra still with it. Back in front for Lastra. Couldn't cash in on that chance. And LSW the other way with Gaudioso. Zachary Taylor not on the same page. O'Brien rounding the net. Delayed penalty and a penalty shot for Homegrown Hockey coming. Another one with a chance to make it a 6-goal lead. This will be Anthony O'Brien. Jacob King has already saved 2 penalty shots in this game. Here's Anthony O'Brien, a slap shot, and another save for King. There is a lot of talking going on between these two benches right now. Nicholas Viola and Jason Lastra are really the two main instigators of this chatter. But a lot of words being exchanged. Back underway after things get heated on the side of the ice. Another one coming for Homegrown Hockey. Looks like we'll have a running clock the rest of the way. Penalty shot for Kevin Brennan. Walking in, and that is the 4th penalty shot stopped by Jacob King today. Minute 20 to go as the clock continues to roll. Sean King into the face-off circle. Stevens dangles. Stevens. Shot, that's deflected by Smith. And the Homegrown Hockey bench getting loud. HGH letting their goalie Frankie Smith hear it. And now LSW coming back with some noise. This place is rocking just from the players. About 6 fans in attendance, but this place is loud. 15 seconds, clock continuing to roll. And that will do it. A heated contest between Homegrown Hockey and Mr. Lemon Stick Wax comes to an end. HGH improves to 4-1. LSW falls to 2-3. This game had it all, including some highlight reel plays. That'll do it. For our entire Breakout Sports Broadcasting team, I'm Michael Cerroti saying we will see you tomorrow for more club division action. Homegrown Hockey with a big win over Mr. Lemon Stick Wax. Thanks for tuning in.